Let's talk about the OGs of fear, the Assyrians. So, who were these cheerful folks? The Assyrians were an ancient Mesopotamian people, and at their peak in the 9th century BC, their empire stretched from the Persian Gulf all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. Now, these guys didn't just fight wars. Their aim was to break their enemy even before meeting on the battlefield. At that point, they weren't just conquering land, they were conquering minds. Their greatest weapon wasn't just the sword, but terror itself. Public torture was their calling card. Impalement, decapitation, mutilation, and flaying. They had a greatest hits album of brutality. Victims were displayed like grotesque warning signs, making both enemies and their own people think twice about stepping out of line. King Ashurnasurpal II once bragged about impaling 2,000 captives in a single day. That's like 80 impalements per hour. Holy shit. And to add some sugar to that, the Assyrians didn't stop at body horror. They also targeted food supplies during sieges, torching fields, cutting off harvests, and starving entire populations into surrender. Nothing says resistance is futile like watching your only food source go up in flames. And of course, propaganda was part of the package. Monumental wall carvings showed off their brutality in all its glory, ensuring that their reputation as history's worst neighbors spread far and wide. It was basically ancient marketing, except instead of "nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday," the message was, "Fear us, or we choose what body part you no longer need." They would even steal statues of enemy gods and parade them back home. They did it so much that it became known as godnapping. It sent a very clear message. Your gods work for us now. Talk about spiritual humiliation. In the end, the Assyrians weren't just warriors. They were masterminds of fear. Through calculated cruelty, starvation tactics, psychological tricks, and some seriously dark PR campaigns, they built one of the most feared empires in history. So next time you hear about psychological warfare, remember, the Assyrians wrote the first manual. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.